welcome to another episode of Bad Movies Revisited, where we have bad movies and even worse reviews. Today we're looking at 2005's The Sound of Thunder, directed by Peter Hyams, who made some of the better Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. As some context, the movie is based on a 1952 short story by Ray Bradbury, who also wrote things like The Martian Chronicles and Fahrenheit 451. The film was something I was always interested to see, especially since it's one of those rare dinosaur movies. Live action dinosaur movies are rare in themselves, especially good ones. In fact, they're kind of like gold dust. This is the anti-gold dust. This is a butt nugget. This is a film that I really wanted to see, and I was quite disappointed when I missed the initial cinematic release window, albeit a very short release window for this one. By the time I did get to see it, I was glad that I didn't end up dropping any coin on it. I don't remember much about seeing this film apart from the terrible looking CGI effects on both the backgrounds and the dinosaurs. This film was released 13 years after the first Jurassic Park film, and this film also features devolved humanoids in it, and it also features devolved special effects to keep in line with the theme. So let's revisit it once more, shall we? Welcome to The Sound of Thunder. So here we are in the Jungle Jumanji book, and I hope to God that isn't a dinosaur in the background. Or do I? Because it'll be equally frustrating if that's a tree. Starship Troopers here. You can tell it's a problematic set if there's something earth-shaking and it's only the cameras that move. Oh! Here he is! That looks finished. It's as much texture as milk. Jesus. Sir Ben Bruce Kingsley Buffer here. Hey, and it's that home wrecker from Love Actually. Remember the days when you just sit and watch screensavers?
You work here so you can study your city animals who don't exist anymore. I work here so I can grow rich and fat and own everything.
Time Safari. It's across the street from that McDonald's with 3 floors.
I don't recall Dr. Rand being one of them.
I don't have time for stupid people.
Got the green screen in full effect here. Oh Lord, look at the graphics on these cars. Yup, that makes sense. Not frosty water on the Ryer's gear.
I'm afraid I've killed it. Or at least driven it to suicide. Got a bit of a brown thumb.
Brown thumb on the first date.
With less enthusiasm. I've never been fond of a door.
I mean, what is this? Untouchables meets reboot.
I think families are nice. We didn't have family.
It's about to be a food fight remix.
I was wondering. I know we're sure about what we're doing.
Yeah, and
But maybe
what?
Wait, guns shoot things?
don't leave anything behind.
No matter how small, never change anything in the past. Nothing.
Now begins Halo X Stargate.
Check. Everyone hearing me okay?
And that's how babies are made. Here's Captain again with his octal falterings.
Come on, you bastard! Take me out! This way! Get behind the bushes, guys! Take off! Run!
Jurassic Park evoking shot here. Poor taste.
We're not going...
I mean, this really is the anti-threat, isn't this? Pay no mind to the rolling blackout.
How about this weather?
I guess this is what they call Indian summer, huh?
70 degrees in November. It's something different, that's for sure.
They're at a loss to explain what caused the phenomenon. Suicidal fish. That's a new one.
So now it's the next round and Cap is DOA. And that looks less convincing than a school science fair. I didn't edit that smiley face, by the way. Outstanding. This is the best shot of the movie. How does she know how to do that? Oh, he's the page master. Wait, no, now it's the mummy. Quickly, this pillow will save you. Pillow! The pillow isn't working. The pillow isn't working. What even is this movie now? Just a cool, casual scene. The static shots of technical excellence. The set deck supplied by Wilkinson's Halloween aisle.
Trav, better take a look.
Evil Dead alert. I mean, you have to laugh. It's a howler monkey lizard bastard. The Age of the Empires from 1998 had more realistic attacks.
Look like stars, don't they?
Sci-fi do better movies than this consistently. What was that? What was that face? It's like the butterfly caused an effect.
I don't believe it.
Huh? Right?
A single butterfly.
Well, he's off ski. This is where the budget went to. That's ridiculous.
If we can get through.
Later on. Mild peril at every corner.
Stay with me.
Thanks, love. Don't worry, it's just graphics. Master Chief in the Great Glass Elevator. Good lord, that's her, you know.
You have to get me on the hollow disc. Patman Derrister.
He was screaming before he disappeared and went quiet when he did.
Welcome, gentlemen.
So do you want a cup of coffee?
just had to have one last crap shot, didn't they? So if you haven't picked up what the movie's about from all of that, Sir Ben owns time travel in general, and he uses it to exploit rich trophy hunters, where they can go back in time and kill a doomed dinosaur to say that they have killed a dinosaur. Can't take anything back though, just one of those things for the memory bank. And through the course of it, one of the trips goes wrong, and the ripple effect affects the evolution of the planet in ways that just wouldn't. The obvious flaw is that the premise is that the doomed dinosaur is not going to affect the course of human history, because the volcano blows up and covers the tracks of everything. And in this though, it's the idea of stepping on the butterfly which causes the butterfly effect. But what the filmmakers, or maybe even Ray Bradbury, didn't realise is that if a volcano goes off, the molten ash would disintegrate a butterfly, therefore leaving no trace of it to begin with. So if that butterfly stayed there, it would have disappeared anyway. Speaking of the butterfly effect, it is often seen that this is the genesis of the term the butterfly effect. It wasn't necessarily coined from it, but this is the first kind of connection you can make to the idea of the butterfly effect. And this short story has also influenced things such as The Simpsons. The Treehouse of Horror 5 episode, A Time in Punishment, is fully based on The Sound of Thunder.
This is gonna cost me.
Now, I don't know if it's fair to say that this movie killed Edward Burns' career, but this movie was budgeted at 80 million and it only made 11 million of its money back. A little bit of perspective on that whole budget is that Jurassic Park from 1992 was made on a budget of 63 million, which by 2005 inflation would say that that budget was 87 million. The shame of this all is, as well, is that the actors and the cast and most of the crew were putting a lot of trust, a lot of effort into this, and then they were leaving so much of it to post-production. And when the post-production came back, I'm sure there was a lot of shocked faces at the premiere. When you look at it as well, the idea of this coming out in 2005, the dinosaurs, the green screen, the ape lizard things, this came out the same year as things like Revenge of the Sith, King Kong, Peter Jackson one, and It's Night and Day. On Metacritic, the film got 24 by critic ratings and 3.4 by user ratings, and one of the most shocking parts of the reviews is that the Game Boy Advance adaptation of the movie scored higher. The best review comes from Dana Stevens of the New York Times. This picture achieves a level of badness that is its own form of sublimity. You almost, please note that I said almost, have to see it to believe it. The final thoughts of the film is that at the end of the day, we'll never know what the filmmaker's true vision of this was going to be, because the end product doesn't really look like anything, to be fair. By any means, this film wasn't ready for a cinematic release. It's barely even a bargain bin straight to DVD release. It's barely even a TV movie release. Considering that there's films like there's a Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray comedy, there's a Marlon Brando animated feature, and there is a Greek comedy starring Christopher Walken as Zeus. All films that exist that still haven't been released. and yet this found its way through the channels is very, very bizarre and very, very sad when you think about it. So there it is, The Sound of Blunder. Jurassic Park probably got its influence from the original Ray Bradbury story, and this movie got its keys from Jurassic Park and crashed the car with them. Can you say it better than that? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this retrospective, and hope to see you in the next video. Nobody's watching these still, so I would say like, share and subscribe, but you aren't there to watch it to begin with from what my metrics are saying. See you anyway.